So, like, to me, when I look at my notes, bro, and I talk positives versus negatives, I'm like, man, I felt like we got out coached first off.
Absolutely.
I felt like that was prevalent in especially offense and defense. Special teams, we could make a case. Yeah, Miles Boykin, we need you to go ahead and get that, down inside of 10. Do what you're supposed to do. But as a whole, we got out coached offensively and defensively before we talk anything personnel related. And what do I mean by the out coaching? You brought it up perfectly, right? Man, they were able to minimize TJ Watt and Alex Highsmith, and rightfully so, right? Moving the pocket, doing certain things to chip them, even utilizing Kendrick Green's strengths, right? Pulling them left, pulling them right, things like that to ultimately keep them off balance. But at the same time, I felt like they had a good feel for when we were going to try to attack them in terms of...
You're saying we're predictable on defense, too.
It's football. So look at it like this, right? Anybody can say predictable. Is a dive player run inside the A-gap, Deke? Yes or no? It is, right? But if you can't stop it because my guard and my center are going to blow you off the ball, does it really matter if it's predictable? No. That's how I look at it. Everybody and their mama know TJ Watt can rush the passer. TJ Watt win that one-on-one, it don't matter. He win the 2-on-1, it don't matter, right? So it's certain parts where it's like, yeah, we're going to be predictable. Naturally, every team is going to have tendencies. Everybody's going to have some level of predictability. What I'm speaking to more so is just when the flow is a certain way. And that flow I'm speaking of is, you notice whenever we were getting ready to blitz or bring some form of pressure, that's when there's screen calls. Not only were they called at the right time, that's half of the battle, they also executed it. We called some screens. We didn't execute them the same way. But it was beautiful at times in terms of just their flow forward. And that's the coaching part where I'm like, all right, clearly up top, you saw something of a tendency from us up top. Less about, oh, man, we always run up this formation. No, because this is predetermined. So you're clearly picking up on some type of tendency. That's just good coaching on, and you tip your cap to them on that. Yeah, they're young, but shoot, just because you're a young coach doesn't mean you're not going to be a good coach. Just because you're not an offensive guru doesn't
Mika
mean that you don't
Ryan said
respect him.
he looked up to Tomlin and aspires to be like him someday.
And what is
He
Tomlin?
outclassed him.
But my thing is
yesterday.
this, though. What is Coach Tomlin? A defensive-minded coach, right?
Yeah.
So the same way we got all enamored when Sean McVay came into the league, oh, my God, has he surpassed Andy Reid? Oh, all right, cool. And then Andy got a Patrick Mahomes. We saw how that thing continues to cook. But it's just like, man, you're going to have young guys that could come in this league and have success, players and coaches-wise. We just get enamored with the offensive-minded coaches. D'Amico Ryans is a heck of a coach, though.
Well,
That's why he got the opportunity.
They
to
got
get
a
hired.
dude under the Shanahan tree doing the
They
OC
have
stuff.
it as well, and it does help. But as a whole, when we're speaking on just the flow of stuff, though, man, it just seemed like they had a good beat on when we were trying to attack them. And the reason why I speak more on the defensive side of that is because there's certain things as a defender that we know mentally what we're thinking. The same with certain things for offense players that they know what they thinking. But that was the part where I was just like, yo, we got to be better there. But then from there is what you brought up, one-on-one matchups. In the NFL, man, coaching matters, yes. 100% it matters. But from a player's perspective, if this is a pie chart and we're talking about, hey, man, my play mattering versus my position coach versus my coordinator versus head coach, man, realistically, 90% of it we feel is on us as players. Because the route tree, are there 100 routes to run deep? Realistically, right? You play Madden. Not even a trick question, right? You play Madden.
I'd say there's, 15 routes?
15 routes, realistically, right? Is there any other thing than those 15 just routes? Without you getting stupid and starting...
you could put your own twist on all of them, but yeah.
But as a whole...
You got your post, corner, drag, zig route, slant, wheel route.
So if you call...
In, out.
So 30 pass plays a game, you might have to repeat some pass plays, right? Over time, it's going to be the same type of calls. And I'm not saying...
I'm more predictable than Canada on Madden.
But what I'm saying is this, though, right? Are you ready? But what I'm saying is this, though, right? On Madden, does your guy win the one-on-one? If it's a post route, does your guy create separation?
I'm flipping out if they don't.
Now, why is that? Because your expectation is you're better than that guy, right? It doesn't matter if you're calling a go route. If my guy is better than your guy, this go route is going to work. Is it not?
If he's faster.
I literally saw
he's got a better ability.
Stephon Diggs had 160-something receive yard, 2 tutties. He went stupid up there versus them boys, running stop routes and overs. Is that anything immaculate? Is that anything sexy? No. But it's a guy that's winning a one-on-one. It's a matchup thing. And at times when we look at the guys that we are counting on to consistently win our matchups, O-line, running backs, quarterbacks, receivers, flip side to the defense, there are multiple times where we are not consistently doing that. And that, to me, is the bigger issue, because we're going to bring in whoever we want to bring in, and they're going to scheme up some dope stuff. But, Deke, I'm telling you from experience, if we have to scheme up every single play for our receivers to get separation, if we got to scheme up every single play for us to protect up front, bro, we don't have the personnel of a good team. Because you are supposed to have people that can win one-on-ones and do it consistently. My time here in Pittsburgh, we had them people that could consistently win one-on-ones. We won a ton of games. My time in Buffalo, we did not have the personnel to consistently win one-on-ones. We lost a ton of games. You know what else we did in Buffalo? We started pointing fingers at coaches, coordinators, and everybody else. I'm just telling you from personal experience. If we don't have the personnel that's in-house to win one-on-ones, and right now there are legitimate questions about that, we are going to have serious issues, man.
Sure. There's no doubt the Texans wanted it more this game. Outside of, I would say those two series coming out of the second half, our defense looked good, our offense was moving the ball.
We had
Outside
a nice
of that,
flow with the field goal and everything.
75 to 80% of the time, the Texans just wanted that game more. Our effort, our physicality, all that was just not there. So yes, the players do need to get better. The coaching needs to get better. The preparation, all that stuff.
It's across the board.
I guess what I'm saying is, we've seen this track record with the offense though for how long. If we could get some form of help from someone else, like that's all I'm asking for. A shake up, because we're not responding to this coaching anymore.
Are we responding to this quarterback?